Hello and welcome. My name is Faye, and today you're here for a 1 hour long relaxing stretch and breathe class. We'll start out centering and stay pretty low to the ground, and then we'll stand up and do some stretches, movements, and stuff like that. And then we'll come back down for some more stretching, some more relaxing, and a short shavasana at the end. For props today, if you'd like to use them, they're not required. I'll be using 2 blocks and a blanket. If you don't have blocks, you could use a set of books, or if you don't have a blanket, you could use a thicker towel or even a pillow or something like that. That's just to help support your practice, but if you don't have them, it's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and get started. If you want to make your way back onto your mat, your physical space, wherever you want to be, I'm going to use my blanket to sit up on, just to have a little space, a little height in my back body. And you can find a loose cross of your legs in front of you. And just allow yourself to shift or fidget or wiggle so you can get just 2% more comfortable. And let's take a community breath together. So go ahead and empty all the air from your lungs. And let's start with a nice slow deep inhale in through your nose. Fill all the way up. And then open your mouth, exhale, gush out all the air. Good, let's do that one more time together. Take a nice slow, deep, full breath in, fill up. And then open your mouth, exhale, let it all go. Good. Allow your eyes to soften down or fully close if that feels comfortable for you. Allow your breath to return back to a pace that feels normal and effortless for you. Gently shift your awareness now to what it feels like to be supported by the ground beneath you. Notice what areas of your body come into contact with the ground. Perhaps you notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Take a moment to gently scan your body from head to toe, noticing any areas that feel a little tense, that feel a little tight. And if or when you come across something that feels a little tight or tense, see if you can invite in a little softness, a little ease. With each breath in and each breath out, you stay connected here into this present moment. Gently begin to bring your awareness to how you feel emotionally, intellectually today. Are you a little more tired, lower energy? Perhaps you're higher energy, excited, or maybe you're somewhere in between. There's no wrong answer here. You're just taking a moment to check in with yourself and how you're feeling today. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, a reason why you're here, or a mindset or quality that you'd like to embody as you move on your mat today. Perhaps it's cultivating a sense of presence, a sense of peace, calm, strength, resilience, whatever it is. Hold that attention on your intention that you set for today. Take a nice slow breath in, breathing in that intention, filling it up. And breathe it out, allowing it to fill your space. Take one more slow and steady breath in. Keep your lips sealed and breathe out through your nose if possible. Inhale one more time together. And exhale, let it go. Gently begin to flutter your eyes open, bringing yourself back into your physical space. Good. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky, look up. Bring your fingertips to touch. And then exhale, release your hands down to the ground, fingertips touch. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, look up. And then exhale, float your arms down like feathers down towards the ground. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. This time, keep your hands separated. Press your palms forward, spread your fingers. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up through your chest, squeeze your elbows back. Good. Stay here for your inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, reach forward, round through your back, tuck your chin to your chest. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And exhale, bend your elbows, cactus your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good. Stay here for your inhale. And then exhale, reach forward like you're hugging a tree, a big beach ball. You can rock yourself back. Create space between your shoulder blades as you tuck your chin to your chest and reach your arms forward. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, look up. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up through your chest. Stay here for your inhale. And then exhale, reach forward, tuck your chin to your chest, round through your back. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And exhale, lower your right hand down to the ground. Reach your left hand up and over. Keep your hips glued to the mat. Inhale, reach over to your right. And exhale, see if you can bend a little deeper. Good. Inhale, bring your arms back to center. And exhale, lower your left hand down. Reach your right hand up and over as you bend to your left. Continue to keep your hips glued down to the mat. Feel the space you're creating between your rib cage and your side body. Stay here for one more inhale. Reach. And exhale, bend a little deeper. Good. Inhale, sweep both arms up to the sky. And exhale, twist to your right. Your right hand comes behind you, close to your body like a kickstand. And your left hand rests somewhere on your knee or your leg, wherever comfortable. Stay in your twist. Inhale, push into your right hand. Find more length in your spine. And then exhale, if it's comfortable, twist to look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, unwind. Send your arms up to the sky. And exhale, twist to your left. Your left hand comes close to your body, your right hand on your knee. Inhale, push into your left hand. Create length in your back body. And then exhale, twist as you look over your left shoulder. Good. Inhale, look center and unwind. Bring your arms back to the sky. And exhale, release your arms down. Take a note of which leg is in front if you have a loose cross of your legs. And then extend your legs out long. Give them a little shake, a little wiggle. And then draw the leg that was further out closer into the body. Switch which leg is in front, basically. And inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Hands come down in the center. Keep your hands rooted and just gently sway from side to side. Warm up your back body, your spine. You can allow your head to rock from side to side. Good. Inhale, very slowly start to press yourself back upright. Your hands can stay somewhere on your knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, shift your weight over to the right and then forward as you start to arch through your back. Think cow. And then exhale, press your hip body over to the left and then round through your back as you tuck your chin to your chest. So inhale to the right and forward. And then exhale to the left and back behind you. We're just making some torso circles here. And you can make these as big or as small as you'd like. Continue to move with your breath. The next time you pass through center, go ahead and reverse directions. Notice if one side feels different than the other. Notice if maybe there's a place that you'd like to hang out in. Stay a little bit longer, hold the stretch a little bit longer. All right. Complete one more full circle, and then return back to stillness. Good. Uncross your legs and bring them back behind you so you make your way onto your hands and knees into your tabletop shape. You're welcome to have a blanket underneath your knees for a little more cushion if you'd like, or you could roll over your mat. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Inhale, tuck your toes, stretch through the bottoms of your feet. Exhale, just slightly send your hips back towards your heels. This is not your child's pose, but just stretching through the backs of your feet. Good. Inhale, shift forward into your tabletop. And then drop your belly, look forward for your cow. Exhale, release your feet flat to the ground. Press into your hands, round through your back. Tuck your chin to your chest for your cat. Inhale, tuck your toes, pull your heart forward. Look forward for your cow. Exhale, release your feet. Press into your hands, round through your back. Create as much space as you can between your shoulder blades. Good. Inhale, back to a neutral spine. Pick up your right knee and start to circle it around in its hip socket. So bring it forward and then out to the side. And back around. These can be as big or as small as you like. The next time it passes through the middle, extend your leg out straight and lower your foot flat to the mat. Your toes face the same direction as your fingertips. Inhale, shift your weight forward into your hands, and then exhale, send your hips back towards your heels. Stretch through your inner groin. Take a nice slow and steady breath here. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, shift forward. The weight is in your hands now. You're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like to add a twist, sweep your left hand up to the sky, and then exhale, thread it behind your right as you reach underneath, and then relax your shoulder and the side of your head down onto the mat. For a variation of your thread the needle. Your right hand can stay rooted in front of your face or extend out long to the mirror or to the front of your face, or you can also take a bind behind your low back. If the leg out doesn't feel comfortable for you here, you're always welcome to bring your knee back underneath your hip. Wherever you are, focus in on your breath. See if you can invite ease and softness into your face. If this doesn't feel good, you could also always place a block or pillow underneath the head, shoulders here for a little bit more height. Good. Take one more slow and steady breath in. Exhale, let it go. Return your right hand back in front of your face. Inhale, push into your right hand, or into your right hand. Sweep your left hand up to the sky, open. And then return your hand back down onto the mat. Return your knee back underneath your hip. Inhale, tuck your toes, drop your belly, look forward for your cow. And then exhale, release your feet flat, tuck your chin to your chest for your cat. Good. Inhale, back into your neutral tabletop shape. And exhale, pick up your left knee now and start to circle it around in your hip socket. Inhale, bring it forward and out to the side, and exhale, bring it back behind you and forward. Your gaze is long at the top of your mat or off the tip of your nose. The next time it passes through center, Extend your left leg out long. Your toes press in the same direction as your fingertips. Inhale, shift your weight into your hands. And then exhale, rock back, sit towards your heel. Breathe into those areas that feel a little tense, that feel a little tight. Good. Inhale, shift forward again. And you're welcome to stay here. Or if you'd like to add that twist, inhale, sweep your right hand to the sky. And then exhale, thread your right hand behind your left as you allow your shoulder and the side of your head to relax down towards the mat. Your left hand can plant in front of your face or walk out long towards the front, or take a bind behind your low back. And of course, if your leg extended doesn't feel good for you, you could always tuck your knee back underneath your hip. Wherever you are, reconnect to your breath. Good. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, return your left hand back in front of your face. Push into your left hand, sweep your right hand to the sky. And exhale, lower your right hand down flat to the mat. Return your knee underneath your hip into your tabletop shape. Inhale, separate your knees so that they're slightly wider than your hips and bring your big toes to kiss. And then exhale, send your hips towards your heels for your child's pose. Allow your forehead to relax in between your arms towards the floor or on a block if you'd like a little bit more height. Your fingertips can stay stretched out long, or you can take a soft bend in your elbows. Allow this to be a little bit more relaxed. Or you can, of course, bring your arms back behind you with your palms face up to give your shoulders a little more rest. See if you can release any tension from your face, your jaw, release any holding. And then start to tune into your breath. Notice how it feels from front to back and side to side as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, everything relaxes back in towards the midline. Good. Take one more slow and steady breath here. And exhale, let it go. Inhale very slowly. Start to shift your weight forward onto your hands and knees into your tabletop shape. Inhale, tuck your back toes. Exhale, start to lift your hips up towards the sky for your first downward facing dog, this upside down V shape. Your fingertips are spread wide and you're pressing evenly into all 10 finger pads. Your knees are gently bent. It's okay if your heels are off the ground. If it feels good, take a breath in and bend your right knee and straighten out your left. And switch. I'll switch 2 more times, switch again. And then switch 1 more time. You're welcome to continue to pedal out your feet here, or stay static in your downward facing dog, or if it feels nice, you can gently start to rock your hips from side to side. Call this wagging your tail. Allow your head to hang heavy between your arms. Relax any tension from your jaw, your shoulders. When you feel ready, return back to stillness. Inhale, look forward to your hands, and exhale, walk your feet forward to the front of your space. If you have blocks, inhale, press into your blocks, halfway lift, or bring your hands to your shins. You have a nice long flat back. Your gaze is directly on the ground. Exhale, bend your knees generously. Allow your belly to relax toward your thighs and allow your gaze to be in between your legs, your head to be heavy here. Good. Inhale, draw your hands up to your shins, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, push into both feet like you're about to pick up something heavy and rise all the way up. When your head comes up, roll your shoulders down and back. Take a breath out. Good. Check to make sure your feet are hip-width distance apart or wherever most comfortable for you. And inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And exhale, draw your hands through heart center. Interlace your last 3 fingers, and your pointer finger and your thumb press up towards the ceiling. Think Charlie's Angels. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And exhale, reach up and over and bend to your right. Inhale, reach, lengthen up to the sky. And then exhale, bend to your left. Inhale, bring yourself back to center 2 more times each side. Exhale, bend to your right. Inhale, press yourself back to center. And exhale, bend to your left. Inhale, back to center. 1 more time each side. Ground down through both feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend to your right. Ground down through both feet. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, bend to your left. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, separate your hands, cactus your arms, and start to shine your heart forward. Optional, gentle press of your hips forward for a little baby back bend here. Take a nice slow and steady breath in. Bring your gaze up to where your ceiling and your wall meet. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. And then exhale, bring your arms out to a T, soft bend in your knees as you forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet, rise all the way up to stand. Look up, bring your hands to touch. And exhale, draw your hands through heart center. Good. Inhale, sweep your hands forward, palms face each other or palms face down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, bend your knees, sit back into a chair. Your weight is in your heels. You should be able to see all 10 toes. Notice if there's a big arch in your back. See if you can draw your tailbone down towards the ground and lower, and draw your inner belly, lower belly in and up. For your chair. Option to leave your hands out, extended out long. You can bring them into the heart center. Extend them to the sky if that feels good for you. Or even cactus your arms and open up through your chest. And we're here for 5, 4, continue to breathe. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Separate your feet if they're not already hip width distance or a little bit wider. If you have blocks, you're welcome to use your blocks or your books and place them in front of your feet. Place the backs of your hands so that your palms face up toward you and allow your head to hang heavy. This is your setup for your gorilla. You're welcome to do that. Or if you would prefer, you can lift up one ball of foot and place your palm underneath so that your toes tickle your wrist crease. And then pick up your other ball of foot and then place your toes on top for your gorilla. Or you could always take peace fingers around your big toes here. And I always have a soft bend in my knees, so this makes it a little bit more accessible. Wherever you are, inhale, straighten your legs a little bit, find some length. And then exhale, bend your elbows. And draw your heart closer toward your legs. Release any tension from your face, from your back body. Breathe into those areas that feel a little tense, that feel a little tight. Good. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And exhale, let it go. If your feet are underneath, if your hands are underneath your feet, go ahead and release one foot at a time. Release your hands. And inhale, draw your hands up to your shins, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands down onto the mat and lower down back onto your hands and knees for your tabletop. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Go ahead and walk your hands about one handprint forward. Inhale, shift forward, weight is in your hands. Exhale, bend your elbows, keep them close to your body as you lower all the way down flat onto the mat. Ground down through the tops of your feet so they press into the ground. Your kneecaps may lift slightly. Press your hips into the ground. And when you feel ready, inhale, lift your head and your chest off of the ground. Very little weight is in your hands. This is your baby cobra. Exhale, release your head back down to the mat. You're welcome to repeat that. Or draw your thumb knuckles back to your lower ribs. Squeeze your elbows together. And inhale, push into your hands and slowly start to straighten them for your cobra. Or if you'd like, you can lift your knees up off of the mat for your upward facing dog. Inhale, tuck your toes, and then exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step forward in between your hands. Place your right foot closer to your right hand. Lower your left knee back down to the ground. You have blocks. You're welcome to take them here and frame your foot. Or if you don't, that's perfectly fine. You can allow your hands to be down here on the ground, or you can walk your hands up your knee, press into your foot, and lift all the way up. This pose is really active, so you want to press into the big ball mound of your front foot and press into the shoelace side of your back foot for your low lunge. Squeeze your left glute to feel your left hip flexor, the front of your left hip turn on. If you're here with your hands on your knee or at heart center, you can stay here. Or inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And then exhale, send your right arm back behind you as you twist towards your bent knee. You also can take your hands to heart center for your twist. Take a nice slow and steady breath in. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, return back to center. And exhale, release your hands down to the floor or to the blocks. Inhale, start to straighten your front leg any amount as your toes press back towards your face. Your heel digs into the ground. This is your half splits. It's a little bit harder if you don't have blocks sometimes because your goal here is to find some length in your spine and your back body, and then hinge forward from your hips. So notice if you're rounding forward like that, see if you can find a nice long flat back like we do in our halfway lift. And fold forward over your right leg. Continue to keep your right toes flexed back towards your face. If there's a lot of tension in the back of your leg, you can always take a soft bend. It's perfectly fine. Soft bend in your knee. Stay here for 3 slow and steady breaths. On your next inhale, bend back into your right knee. Sink down into your front hip for your lunge. And then move your blocks out to the side if you have them. Plant your hands down to frame your foot. Tuck your back toes and start to step your back foot forward about 3 feet from your front heel. Spin your back heel in. Your hands can be on your blocks here if you'd like, or down on the ground for your pyramid. Inhale, lengthen through your back, and then exhale, fold forward over your front leg. Good. Notice if your left hip wants to open out to the side, see if you can square it off to the front of your mat. So both hips press forward. If you'd like more sensation, you can always lift your right toes off of the mat, or you can keep them planted. Stay here for 1 more slow and steady breath in. And exhale, let it go. If your toes are lifted, go ahead and return your foot flat to the mat. And walk your hands forward. Step your feet back to your plank, top of a push-up. Option to lower your knees here. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend your elbows. Keep them close to the body. Lower all the way down. Inhale, take your version of cobra, whether that's baby cobra, cobra with the arms extended, or upward facing dog. Inhale, tuck your toes, and exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, sweep your left leg to the sky, toes point down. And exhale, step forward in between your hands, closer to your left hand. If it doesn't make it there, you can always help your foot forward. Sometimes it's simply anatomy. You can lower your right knee down to the ground and take your blocks here to frame your foot. Check to make sure your ankle is right underneath your knee. If it's not, crawl your foot forward or help it forward. You can leave your hands down onto the ground on blocks and bring them onto your knee, or start to press yourself upright. Again, this low lunge is active, so press into the shoelace side of your back foot. Press into the big ball mound of your front foot. Squeeze your inner thighs together. If you'd like a little bit more, squeeze your left glute, or your right glute, excuse me, and feel your right hip flexor turn on. If your hands are on your knee or at heart center, they can stay there. Or inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, relax your shoulders, relax your face. Take a nice slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, start to send your left hand back behind you as your right arm reaches forward for a twist. At any point, you can bring your hands to heart center or release them down towards the ground in your twist. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And exhale, return back to the front and return your hands down to the ground or to your blocks. Inhale, straighten your left leg any amount as your heel digs into the ground and your toes press back towards your face for your half splits. You could always move your foot more into the middle of your space if you feel more aligned there. See if you can draw your left hip back and your right hip forward. Inhale, find some length in your back body, that nice flat spine. And then exhale, hinge forward from your hips as you start to draw your heart closer to your leg. Good. We'll hang out here for a few slow and steady breaths. See if you can relax your face, relax your shoulders. If there's a lot of tension in your leg, you're welcome to bend your left knee. You got it. One more slow and steady breath in. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, slowly start to walk your blocks forward or walk your hands forward to the top of your space. Inhale, tuck your back toes, lift your knee up off of the ground. Exhale, start to hop your foot forward so that it's about 3 feet away from your back foot, from your front foot. Spin your back heel in slightly. Inhale, find some length in your spine. And then exhale, draw your heart closer to your left knee for your pyramid. Good. Breathe into those areas that feel tense or tight. If you lifted your toes on the other side, consider trying lifting your left toes now and press your heel into the mat for more sensation. You can always walk your hands forward for more sensation as well, or if you have blocks, you can change the height of your blocks to lower them closer to the ground. Take one more slow and steady breath in. Exhale, let it go. Allow your foot to return flat to the mat. And inhale, step your right foot to meet your left at the top of your mat. Inhale, draw your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet like you're about to lift something heavy and rise all the way up to stand. Reach your arms to the sky and exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Good. Go ahead and step your right foot or left foot back behind you so that You turn to face the long edge of your mat, all 10 toes press forward. Slightly spin your heels in and your toes out to the corners. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows, cactus your arms. This is your goddess squat. See if you can lift up through your chest as you squeeze your elbows back behind you. Good. Inhale, reach up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, sink down into your goddess. Good. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, sink down. Inhale, reach up, 5-pointed star. And then exhale, release your hands to your hips. Turn your feet so that your toes point forward, or your big toes can press slightly in and your heels slightly out. Inhale, stretch your arms out to a T to the horizon. Lift up through your chest. Exhale, soft bend in your knees as you start to fold forward over your legs. You can interlace your hands behind your back here if you'd like to add some more stretch in your chest and shoulders. Or at any point, you can release your hands down flat to the mat for your wide-legged forward fold. Allow your head to hang heavy like a bowling ball. If your hands are on the ground, they can stay in front of your face or walk out to your ankles. Or you could take peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, find some length in your spine. And then exhale, see if you can draw your heart closer to your legs as your tailbone lifts towards the sky. If your hands are behind your back, go ahead and release them down to the ground. Inhale, everyone. Press your fingertips into the mat. Lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. Exhale, turn your right toes forward to the top of your space and your left toes in slightly. Your left heel is the furthest thing away from your body. Stretch your arms out to a T. Inhale, shift forward to the front of your space with your right hand. And then exhale, lower your right hand to your inner thigh here. Or if you have a block, you could always place your right hand onto a block that's either on the inside or outside of your foot. Your left hand reaches up towards the sky. Spiral your chest open. This is your triangle. Your gaze can be forward towards the ground or up at your thumb. Take one more slow and steady breath here. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, look down towards your right foot, bend your right knee. And if you have a block, inhale, pick up your block, rise up. Exhale, switch your right foot to place slightly in and your left toes forward to the back of your space. Switch which hand your block is in if you have it. Inhale, stretch your arms out to a T. And then exhale, shift forward over towards your left and lower your block to the inside or outside of your foot, or place your hand to the inside of your leg. See if you can stack your shoulders right on top of each other. Press your shoulder back. Be mindful not to lock out your knees. Keep a nice little soft bend in them. Feel your stretch in your side body, your chest, your legs. It's a lot of everywhere. Again, your gaze can be forward, down at the ground, or all the way up at your thumb. Stay connected with your breath. Inhale. Look forward to your left foot, bend your left knee, and if you have your block, inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, bring your block in front and either heel toe your feet together or jump your feet together and turn back to face the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your feet back to your version of plank, knees up or down. Exhale, bend your elbows, allow your them to come close to the body as you lower all the way down to the mat. Release your feet flat. Inhale, take your version of cobra. And then exhale, release back down flat to the mat. Release your elbows down flat onto the mat, right underneath your shoulder blades or underneath your shoulders. Your palms are face down. Your hands are spread, your fingers are spread wide and your hands grip the floor. Inhale, press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Feel your kneecaps lift. Press your hips down into the mat. And imagine your hands are glued to the mat and you're trying to draw yourself forward. Draw your heart through your arms as you lift up through your chest for your Sphinx. If it feels nice, you may want to gently allow your chin to rock forward towards your chest as you feel the stretch in your neck. And if this feels like a lot on your low back, you could also walk your elbows a little bit further forward from underneath your shoulders. But again, try your best to really keep the tops of your feet engaged, your hips pressing into the mat. This will help protect your low back. Continue to breathe here. One more slow and steady breath in. And exhale, let it go. Start to walk your elbows out to the side. Place one hand on top of the other as you allow your forehead to relax flat onto your hands. Or you could place a cheek if that feels better for you. This is your crocodile. Take 3 slow and easy breaths here. On your next breath in, go ahead and bend your right knee. Keep it flat onto the mat so that your knee and your leg create kind of a 90-degree angle. Your knee can be below your hip or at the same height, whichever feels best for you. Your head stays relaxed on your hands for your half resting frog here. You're welcome to stay here or take your right hand out to the side and use your left hand to cradle your head as you start to twist a little bit onto your left side. You're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like to add a little bit of a quad stretch, you can go ahead and bend your left foot and reach around with your right hand to grab your foot and draw your heel in closer towards your glute. Your right leg stays out to the side. This is called cat pulling its tail. See if you can roll your shoulder back onto your back body if you have your foot. If you have your foot, go ahead and release it back down to the mat and roll back flat onto your belly. Return your right knee straight underneath your hips. If it feels nice, you can always bend your knees and just windshield wiper your legs from side to side. If you're moving your legs, go ahead and return them back to stillness. Bring them flat to the mat. Pick up your head and switch which hand is on top, and then return your forehead or your cheek down onto your hands. Bend your left knee this time so that it comes either below or at hip height. Your ankle is right underneath your knee, so it creates a bit of a 90-90 shape. Stay here for your half resting frog. Relax your shoulders, relax your back body. Release any tension or holding. You're welcome to stay here. Or slowly start to roll over onto your right side. Your right hand cradles your right head, or the right side of your head, as your left hand comes in front of your chest like a kickstand to help support you here. Or you could bring your left hand to your hip and squeeze your shoulder blades back. Or if you'd like to add that quad stretch, go ahead and bend your right foot this time and draw your right heel into the ground, or whichever leg is extended long, and draw your heel in towards your glute. Take one more slow and steady breath in, and exhale, let it go. Inhale, if you have your foot, release your foot down. And then exhale, roll back onto your belly. Allow your forehead to rest onto your hands or your cheek. And then return your left knee back underneath your hips. If it feels good, bend your knees. Allow your feet to windshield wiper from side to side. Return your feet flat to the mat. Inhale very slowly, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and start to press yourself up into your tabletop shape. Bring your knees a little bit closer together and send your hips towards your heels. For your child's pose, allow your forehead to come to the ground. Notice how this child's pose feels. If you'd like, you could always separate your knees to make a little more space for the abdomen. You can always keep your arms extended straight towards the front of your mat, or bend your elbows, allow them to relax. Or bring your hands alongside your back body with your palms face up. Wherever you are, reconnect to your breath. This time, see if you can actively breathe into your upper back body. Feel the expansion as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, feel the contraction and the relaxation of your body. Take one more slow and steady breath here. And exhale, let it go. Inhale very slowly, start to push yourself upright. And make your way onto your bottom. Scoot yourself forward to the top of your space so you have space to lie down. Inhale, reach your arms forward in front of you. And then exhale, start to roll yourself all the way down onto your back, going as slow as you can. At any point, you're welcome to bring your hands down to help you all the way onto your back. When you arrive, take a nice full body stretch. Reach your arms up overhead or towards the sky. And then exhale, draw one knee into the chest and then the other. Inhale, squeeze your knees in. And exhale, find a little movement. Rock from side to side if that feels good on your low back. You can always bring your hands to your knees and start to circle your knees out in one direction. And if you're doing your knee circling here with me, go ahead and reverse directions, even out on both sides. Good. Return back to stillness and plant your feet so that your feet are underneath your knees. And if you reach down, you may be able to touch your heels. If you can't, that's fine. Your palms are face down, close towards your body. Inhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips up off of the ground for your bridge. Squeeze your inner thighs together and press your knees forward. Press your palms into the mat to lift up through your chest. If you'd like, you can interlace your hands behind your back body and maybe take your shoulders a little bit further underneath your back as you draw your knuckles forward, draw your knees forward, squeeze your glutes. And then if you have your hands, go ahead and release them down and lower your hips down to the mat on your exhale. You're going to do that one more time. Take your variation. Palms can stay down here. You could even bend your arms and have robot arms so that the backs of your elbows press into the mat and your fingertips are facing each other, or your palms are facing each other. Wherever you are, inhale, push into your feet, lift your hips up off of the ground. Squeeze your glutes, stretch through the front of your hips. And then exhale, lower down with control. Good. Bring your arms out to a T. Inhale, your shins parallel to the ceiling. And exhale, lower your knees over to the right. You can bring your right hand onto your knee if you'd like. And your gaze can stay up at the ceiling or go over towards your left hand, add a stretch into your neck. Your shoulders are relaxed onto the mat. Your jaw is relaxed. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And exhale, bring your shins back parallel to the ceiling. Roll flat onto your back. Take a nice inhale in, fill up. And exhale, lower your knees over to the left this time. Your shoulders stay rooted onto the mat. Your gaze is up at the ceiling or over towards your right hand. Add that stretch into your neck. Your supine twist. Again, you could always take your left hand to the top knee as you breathe into your twist. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, bring your shins parallel to the ceiling. Inhale, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And if it feels good, you may want to slightly tuck your chin up towards your chest, round up into a little ball. And exhale, release your head down with control to the mat. Release your legs out long. Take another full body stretch. Reach your arms overhead and your legs out long. Your hands can stay up overhead if you like, and if this feels good on your shoulders, or you could bring your arms alongside your body. If this doesn't feel good for your back, you're always welcome to bend your knees, bring your feet hip width distance apart or wide as your mat, and allow your knees to cave in for constructive rest. If you have a blanket here, I suggest you take it and place it over the abdomen, stomach area, or you can cover all the way up with it if you'd like to make this a little bit more cozy and relaxing. Allow your eyes to soften down or fully close if they haven't already. Start to bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows. See if you can invite in softness and ease. Can you relax your cheeks, relax your jaw, allow your entire face to relax and soften. Release any effort from your back body, from your fingertips all the way to your toes. Allow yourself to relax here on purpose. Allow your body to absorb all the good work that you put into your practice today. And if or when you notice your mind begin to wander away to something in the future or something that's already happened, see if you can gently and kindly bring yourself back into the present moment by reconnecting to the feeling of your breath as it flows in and as it flows out. Shavasana. gently start to invite in a little softness, a little ease of your breath back into your body. Invite in a little gentle movement of your fingers and your toes if that feels nice. You may want to gently rock your head from side to side. If your legs are out long, go ahead and bend your knees and bring your feet flat to the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm long behind you like you're taking a backstroke. And then exhale, roll over onto your right side. Allow your right elbow to bend and allow your arm to support your head here. Continue to keep a soft gaze or eyes closed. Acknowledge and notice how you feel today. Is it the same or is it different from when we started? There's no wrong answer here. And when you feel ready, slowly start to push yourself upright and join me in a seated shape of your choice. Continue to keep your eyes soft or fully closed. If it calls to you, bring one hand and both hands to heart center. Your thumbs gently press into your sternum. Take a slight bow of your chin to your chest. Recall your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice today. Notice if you'd like to keep that intention as you move throughout the rest of your day today, or if you'd like to change it now. Take a nice slow breath in, fill up, and open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Take a moment of gratitude for all the effort that you put into your practice today, knowing that it was enough and that you are always enough. The love light in me bows to the love light in each of you. Namaste. Gently begin to blink your eyes open. Bring yourself back into your physical space. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. Again, my name is Faye. If you have any questions or comments or feedback, if you want to drop it down in the comments below, I'd love to know how this practice went for you.